What's up, guys? Today we're talking ceramics and the three types that are most commonly used and where and what you guys need to know in order to implement them most effectively. I did bring my co-host along here, Rocky. He's been chasing a fly around the RV all day, so it's been quite entertaining. But back to it, so there are three main types of ceramics that we use in our epoxy systems. The first one is a powder form, and if you zoom in on this, it looks like a big dinner plate. The second one is a carbide, and it's a grittier type material. And the third one, number 3, is your ceramic beads. All right, and so all of these are really going to be implemented to achieve the same thing, which is wear resistance, impact resistance, and when necessary, enhance your fluid flow. Some work better than others. Starting with the ceramic powders, these are most commonly implemented in your thin film systems so that you can lay down a really super smooth system and keep everything flowing. In a lot of cases, there's been data that shows that this can actually increase your pump efficiency well beyond what the original manufacturer specified it at, as well as get your efficiency back up when you've seen a lot of wear issues with those. Now, stepping into your grittier material, these are most commonly a carbide, and for you guys real quick, a carbide is a ceramic, but a ceramic isn't necessarily a carbide. Kind of the square is a rectangle, but a rectangle isn't necessarily a square. And with the carbides, these are definitely going to be harder materials. They can be a little bit more brittle in some instances depending on how they're combined and how they're sintered. But for you guys, the carbides and where I most commonly use them, this is going to be in your more trowel grade materials. It is going to be a grittier finish. It's not going to be that super smooth, thin film ceramic you're used to seeing. But this is great when you're working with things like high temp resins or anywhere where you get a lot of different materials and media in it, of small size, of larger size, where you're getting more of an impact and a tumbling effect. These are just going to hold up very, very well. Now, the third one, the ceramic beads, where I see these used the most is on your just all-out impact, right? A lot of your beads, even on the quote-unquote lower tier bead, those have a crush strength of like 18,000 psi, and your higher grade ones up to about 95% alumina content, those have a crush strength well over 30,000 psi. And that's just a lot of pressure, a lot of energy that they can absorb. Think about that as basically taking the whole weight of a loaded down 18-wheeler and putting it on about a 2-inch square, or well, 1.5 by 1.5 square for being super critical. But that's where those are used. So typically with your beaded materials, that's going to be like your cold transfer points for power gen, for mining, for things like that, where you have a lot of material coming in and hitting your carbide systems there. So again, that's just a lot of different media there, especially with your high temp systems. That would be used in things like ductwork, not so much the ones that are going to be flexing because you're going on thicker, so you could run into issues, but where you have a lot of different particulate sizes hitting and you need it to hit and deflect and bounce off, that's going to be real good there. And as I've been talking about quite frequently on this channel, the powder form, that's in your thinner film ceramics. Some of your thicker ones, if you're going for that more buttery finish, but that's going to be used primarily where you're looking for that super thin coffee cup like finish to keep things moving through the pump, down the pipe, whatever it may be. So hope you guys found this helpful. As always, drop a comment or a question down in the description, and everything I'm giving you is so that you guys can ask better questions when you're looking at these different systems for your applications. So whether that's a different supplier, another manufacturer, another distributor, whoever you're working with, I hope this is helpful for you guys. Take care. Godspeed.